Good evening as we come on the air in the West tonight, and it's great to have you with us. We're going to begin tonight with President Biden addressing the nation just moments ago, laying out the next chapter here in the U.S., saying we're coming through this. It binds us together as a nation. He said that finding light in the darkness is a very American thing to do. And the president making news just moments ago, saying he will now direct states to make all American adults eligible for the vaccine by May 1st at the latest. He also encouraged Americans to continue to do the hard work, what millions have been doing all along, to remain vigilant, to get vaccinated when your turn comes. And if so, the president saying we could, as a nation, be gathering in small groups with our families, our loved ones, our neighbors by the 4th of July. It was 1 year ago today, the World Health Organization declared a global pandemic. And we went back to our newscast 1 year ago tonight. This was just one of the images Judy Shape visiting with her daughter and son-in-law through the window at the Life Care Center in Kirkland, Washington. Judy had just tested positive for COVID, and of course no one knew at the time that millions across this country would soon be separated by windows, just like that family. We have lived through so much together across this country. Right here, every night, there have been so many moments over the past year that have moved us. The heroes on the front lines, husbands and wives. And look at this, the husband and wife nurse team, Ben and Mindy Kayer, taking a moment together before they started their shift in Tampa. There was that moment, Dr. Paul Saunders, who got COVID himself and then returning to the front lines at Maimonides Medical Center in Brooklyn. They applauded him when he came back. We all remember the U.S. Navy ship Comfort coming to New York City for so long, the epicenter here in this country, sailing past the Statue of Liberty. 1 year later tonight, the numbers, 64,005,000 Americans with at least one dose of the vaccine now. That's a quarter of all adults. And even before the speech tonight, President Biden signing into law today his historic $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill. Economic help arriving for some families as early as this weekend. We have it all covered tonight, beginning with what the president said just before we came on the air tonight. ABC's Whit Johnson leading us off.
Tonight, President Joe Biden directing states to make all American adults eligible for a vaccine by no later than May 1st. The president addressing the nation, telling Americans if they do their part to slow the spread and get vaccinated, there is a chance that families, friends, and neighbors can gather in small groups by July 4th.
After this long, hard year, that will make this Independence Day something truly special, where we not only mark our independence as a nation, but we begin to mark our independence from this virus.
Exactly 1 year ago, the announcement of a global pandemic. This is what Dr. Anthony Fauci told Congress and the American people that day.
So I can say we will see more cases and things will get worse than they are right now. Bottom line, it's going to get worse.
Worse than most could imagine. More than 530,000 American lives lost to COVID-19. But now, signs of hope on the horizon. A decline in the number of COVID cases, deaths, and hospitalizations recently appeared to stall, but tonight the number's falling again. More than 10% of the country is fully vaccinated. The Biden administration promising enough doses for all American adults by the end of May. And tonight, on the 1 year mark, a new PSA from 4 former presidents and first ladies urging Americans to get vaccinated.
It's important for our fellow citizens to get vaccinated.
We've lost enough people and we've suffered enough damage.
It will protect you and those you love from this dangerous and deadly disease.
You'll remember the images that went on for months. An entire city applauding frontline workers every night at 7 o'clock. The kind of appreciation seen across this country. New York City, the original epicenter in the U.S., a year later with the highest case average per capita this week, higher than any other place in the country. Troubling variants making up 51% of those new cases.
What we are seeing is variants that are more infectious and therefore spread the disease more. And that's a real issue.
And now a new study adds to growing evidence the UK variant could also be deadlier. Still, 20 states moving to lift restrictions in the last 2 weeks. Oklahoma today, the latest to drop its remaining mask requirement. Texas, after lifting its statewide mask mandate, suing the city of Austin for keeping the mask rule in place. But health officials urging restraint.
A gradual pulling back as opposed to it just turning a light switch on and off. We've got to gradually and prudently pull back as we get closer and closer to normal.
After a year that has seen so much loss, Tireless healthcare workers celebrating every victory.
We cried with our patients and their loved ones, and we also cheered and rejoiced with those who triumphed. And here we are, 1 year later. The hope is real, but we still have a long ways to go.
A long way to go, but as she said, the hope is real. Whit Johnson joined us now from New Rochelle tonight, the first so-called containment zone in New York, where Whit was reporting exactly 1 year ago tonight. And Whit, I want to get back to the breaking news at this hour. When the president says all American adults will be eligible for a vaccine, the administration also now saying that they're going to help Americans find a vaccine.
David, by May 1st, that's when the administration says that all American adults will be eligible for a vaccine. There will now be 2 new ways to schedule appointments. First, a federally supported website. This is an effort to streamline things, make it easier, show you where locations are nearby, and an 800 number to help people who don't have access to the internet, something many frustrated Americans have been asking for. David?
All right, Whit Johnson leading us off tonight. Whit, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.